Oh, the village, the village, the village. How can I forget the village? Yes, the village. These two are my favorite. Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8 Village. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and Resident Evil 8 Village are two games that are connected in story. We already talked about Resident Evil 7 Biohazard and who Mia Winters is and how she works for this group called the Connections. And if you want to know more, go watch those previous videos because I don't want to spoil it here because, you know, I don't know, man. There's people that might be new to the game, and or maybe you're on Nintendo Switch and you never played 7 and 8, so I don't want to spoil it, you know. But what I'm trying to say is the storyline on a 7 and 8, it's top notch. It's really good. And once you understand the storyline of the 7, the 8 becomes like, it's like when you're jumping from a second season of a TV show, right? And you're so excited because like you just saw the first season, you're like, oh my god, I can't wait to see the second season, right? So it's kind of like that. I have played all of the Resident Evil games. I played Resident Evil 5. 5 was great. I would say 5 is very underrated. 5 was excellent, in my opinion. Plenty of Umbrella Corporation stuff in there. Of course, it's Resident Evil 5. It's an old game, so we're still stuck with the Umbrella. But this time it's in Africa. And then 6, you play various different characters in the 6, which I find very refreshing and pretty cool. But the village, it's just perfect sequel, man. It's like one of the best sequels ever. But anyway, let's play it for a little bit, okay? I mean, this is PlayStation 5, and let's play it, huh? Shall we? What a great wallpaper. I'm going to use this as a wallpaper in my PC background. Resident Evil. Resident Evil. Yeah, this is what I want. I want it to be like this. Like a movie. Subtitles like a movie, you know. Brightness good. Looks good. Yes, I understand. I agree. I agree. I agree to disagree. Mr. Raccoon weapon charm. Nice. I can obtain it from the merchant in the game. Nice. Survival resources pack. VR mode. Ooh, VR mode. Ooh. Would you like to watch a recap? Yes. Let's watch the recap of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard story. For those of you who have not watched my previous videos of Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, I highly recommend that you do. I explain everything. I don't think I left anything out. I think I explained everything. Who Evelyn is, this bioweapon code name E001. I explained everything. I explained who Zoe is, what happened to Baker's family. Everything's explained. Who Mia Winters is, all of that.
Okay. Where to start? My name? It's Ethan. Ethan Winters. It's been 3 years since everything happened at the Baker house. I was looking for my wife, who disappeared. I got an email from her. She told me to come get her. And of course, that's how I ended up in the middle of nowhere, Louisiana. I found Mia being held captive in a dark basement. She wasn't thinking right. She attacked me like some kind of wild animal. Later on, I found out that she was infected by a special kind of mold. I looked all over the house trying to find an antidote, a vaccine, anything. The people who lived there were already infected. What was left of them wasn't human. The source of the infection was a bioweapon that looked like a little girl.
Evelyn.
Her name was Evelyn. I fought the fucked up family and was able to treat Mia's symptoms with a serum.
Chris Redfield came in to rescue you.
Then Chris Redfield and his soldier buddies showed up and saved the both of us. Is that enough? I really don't want to talk about what happened anymore. It's all over now.
Man, don't you love it when you're recording something and then somebody's calling you? My God, I can't stand that crap. Would I like to play in the VR mode? No. Because I don't have a VR headset on. I got bonuses. Oh no, I've already seen that. Options, camera, game settings, display, ray tracing on. Good. Casual.
Long ago, a young girl went with her mother to pick berries for her father, who was hard at work. But the forest greeted them with a dark, cold silence, the bushes empty. Yet determined to find the berries, the rascal broke free from Mother's grasp and vanished into the trees. Mother's worried cries faded fast as the girl ran on, over vine and under branch, and into the forest deep. Feeling strange eyes upon her, the girl recalled Mother's scary bedtime tales, and her throat became bone dry. Then the Bat Lord appeared. He greeted her warmly and bit his own wing. "Come, child, quench your thirst," he said. So she drank the thick, dark blood and smiled with joy. Passing through the graveyard, menacing storm clouds loomed, and the air turned bitingly cold. The girl was shivering in her thin clothes. Then a dark weaver appeared, and with a click of his fingers, crafted mist into a beautiful dress. "Come, child, warm yourself," he coaxed. So she clothed herself and smiled with joy. Across waters deep and ominous she went, hoping a boat she found would carry her home. But hunger's grip tightened and her heart grew heavy. Then the Fish King appeared and offered one of his many fins. "Come, child, eat your fill." So the girl ate and smiled with joy once more.
Okay, I just want to say something about this. Who's reading this? Mia. Mia Winters is reading this to Rosemary, her daughter. But she also used to read to Evelyn, okay? She used to read the same bedtime stories to Evelyn as well. But again, you have to play Resident Evil 7 Biohazard to understand all of this. And you have to play all those DLCs there that are included in the Gold Edition to understand all of this. Just for the record, I have played Village millions of times. I've played all of these Resident Evil games millions and millions of times. I'm very familiar with Resident Evil, okay? But I'm telling you this so that way you guys have a better understanding why she's reading this.
Continuing on, she soon entered the forest's dark heart. Then an iron steed appeared, bearing a beautiful golden gear. The creature said nothing as the girl approached and snatched what she thought was another gift. The horse grew angry and summoned the other monsters. Terror filled the girl's heart as the wild wind rose around the beasts. Suddenly, a witch appeared, dark, yet regal. Gifts we gave, but more you took, she snarled. So more in turn is due. In a blink, the girl was trapped inside a mirror. There. She's asleep.
What is with the creepy story? She's only 6 months old.
Woman at the store said it was traditional. A local tale. Besides, Rose doesn't seem to mind.
Because she doesn't understand it. Thank God. We moved here so that she wouldn't have to deal with any of that, remember?
There's nothing wrong with my memory. You're just being paranoid.
It's not... Never mind. I'm sorry. But I'm not paranoid. I'm just cautious.
Then, go cautiously take your daughter to bed. I'll finish dinner.
It's okay, Rose. Your mother doesn't want to remember it. I can't blame her.
Did you say something?
Nothing. I'll put her down.
Also, don't rush through this level. Take your time. There's a lot to explore. You can even turn on TV. How cool is that? So they settled down in Europe after the end of Resident Evil 7. Both Mia and Ethan, Chris Redfield picked them up. They settled down in Europe. She got pregnant with, with Ethan. I mean, they had sex, and of course she got pregnant. It's Ethan's baby, Rosemary, and she can't remember like some of the stuff that happened. But what he doesn't know is that she still has some of that mold. You have to remember she was with that family, with the Baker's family for like 3 years. That's 3 years, man, that she was infected with this mold. Because remember, she used to work for this group called the Connectors, or the Connections. I'm sorry, not the Connectors. The Connections. The Connection. This group called the Connection, and part of that group was Miranda. Miranda is the one who found the mold in Eastern Europe, and then created her own, creatures and
Hurry up and put Rose to sleep, will you?
she manifested all these creatures in her village, and that's why they're all praising to her as Mother Miranda, right, in the Eastern Europe. And Miranda also is the one who gave this mold to this organization called the Connection. And through that mold, they created this Evelyn E001. And what happened is, at the end of course, Resident Evil 7, Ethan uses this necrotoxin and injects it into the Evelyn, and then she dies. And now, once Mother Miranda finds out about this, she's pissed, she's livid, she's totally angry. And she's like, well, if you're going to take my baby, my creation, Evelyn, then I'm going to take your baby, Rose. So what happens here, after he puts Rose to the bed, they have a dinner, and then the guns starts firing, bullets starts flying by, and we see Chris Redfield coming in, and we see Chris Redfield shooting Mia. And you're probably wondering, well, why would Chris shoot Mia? That's because Mia, it's already still infected with this mold. And you never know when it's going to reactivate itself. And if the mold is reactivated, then she will, be like a slave to this mold and to Mother Miranda, and then she could be controlled by Mother Miranda to take this baby, to take it to Mother Miranda. That's why Chris killed her, because with this,
something nice for you once you go put Rose to bed.
So what I'm trying to tell you basically is Chris killed her because she still had that mold inside of her. Okay, it was not completely got rid of, and that's why he killed her. Now, what happened is he takes the Rose. Chris Redfield takes the Rose and tries to take her to a safe location. While they're transporting the Rose, they get infiltrated by Miranda's, creatures, and they're taking Rose to the village. And then when you get to the village, you start finding out that there's Mother Miranda. So the reason I'm explaining Mother Miranda is because she plays a key role in this game. She is the main villain. She plays the key role. Yeah. I hope you guys are not confused. I hope I'm not confusing you. Anyway, let's take her to the bed.
Once you're a big girl, we'll have a drink together, all right?
Wait, I've never been here.
Mia makes everything by hand, so this stuff keeps piling up.
This is why you need to explore everything. Don't just rush through it. That's what I do. I explore everything. I don't rush through anything. Playing this in VR, it's just amazing. It's okay, Mia. I mean, Rose. Mia.
It's like I said to your mom. That book's too scary for you.
Like I said, I would be playing this in VR if I wasn't making this video. Is it worth buying a PlayStation VR 2 for this game? We have to remember you have two games. You have The Village and Resident Evil 4. Both excellent games. Resident Evil 4 and The Village. And if you have the original PlayStation VR, you can play Resident Evil 7 on the PlayStation 4. So if you have the original PlayStation VR with PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro, you can play the Resident Evil 7 in VR. And then if you have PlayStation VR 2, you can play The Village and Resident Evil 4. So certainly it's worth it. Look at that, it's a bathroom. Mia's medications. She's on so much medications. Is The Village sad? Yeah, it's sad and tragic. But you got to remember, both 7 and 8 are tragic. You know, there's nothing happy about Resident Evil as a franchise. They're all tragic and sad. But 7 and 8, especially the 8's very tragic because, you know, what happens at the end, and then when the Rose grows up, you know, in the DLC, she finds out, you know, who she really is. And even in this new Resident Evil 9 Requiem, you know, what happens to Grace Ashcroft, right? Her mother dies in that hotel. Yeah, there's nothing happy about Resident Evil. You know, it's a tragic stories of many stories. You know.
Your mama and I love this song so much.
But what's so symbolic about
Ethan, have you finished putting her to bed yet?
no, Mia, not yet. What's so symbolic is that in the DLC for the Village, there's a DLC. If you get the Gold Edition, you play as Rosemary when she grows older, and she wears the same jacket as Ethan. It's so symbolic, you know, that she's wearing the same jacket.
Almost there, honey.
But you should definitely experience Resident Evil. Listen, it's worth the experience. Remember, it's all about the experience, so you remember it. Experiencing 7 and 8 in VR, it's remarkable. So if you want to experience Resident Evil 7 and 8, the best way to experience it's in virtual reality. Like I said, you will need the original PlayStation VR for the 7, and the 8 you will need a PlayStation VR 2. So both of these are best experience in VR. There we go. There we go. There we go. You go to sleep, my dear Rosemary. You go to sleep.
There you go, sweetheart. Don't you worry. I'll be right downstairs. Daddy won't let those weird fairy tale monsters get you.
Oh, Rosemary, go to sleep. Oh, sleep, my dear daughter. Rose closed for tomorrow. Mia and I had another fight. I accidentally mentioned what happened 3 years ago and she blew up at me. We finally settled down in our new life in Europe and can bring Rose up properly. But I still feel like part of me is trapped in that hellhole back in Louisiana. Well, that's because she didn't tell you the whole truth, you know. And Chris also Redfield didn't tell you the whole thing. Where this mold came from Miranda, from this group called the Connection, or is the Connections? I think it's called the Connections. And this is why I'm like, you know, Chris is a little bit to me like I mean, yeah, he's a good guy, but he's so secretive. That's the one thing about, like, I don't trust Chris because he's always keeping a secret. You know, even Jill Valentine was kind of skeptical. Yeah, even Jill Valentine was skeptical about him. Even his own sister, Claire Redfield, was kind of skeptical about him. And, you know, he's one of those guys who just likes to keep secrets. And people who keep secrets, you know, you can't trust them. But he should have told him about the mold. He should have told him that there's Mother Miranda. They can still be in danger. He should have leveled with him. He should have told him that. I know Mia doesn't like to talk about it, but can we really just forget everything and pretend it didn't happen? How do you forget that trauma? I would never do. Imagine going through what he went through in Resident Evil 7. That's not some kind of shit that you forget. That's some kind of shit that stays with you as a post-stress traumatic disorder, right? Post-stress traumatic disorder. Yeah, I don't forget about that shit. Rosemary Winters, 2020. Screening, hearing, vision, touch, reflex test. All results show no issues. Patient is in good health. Other notes: results for additional fungal pathogen test will be provided by BSAA. Yeah, and how much can you trust BSAA? Right. So, how do we know that this is not? How do we know this is accurate? I especially don't trust BSAA. Okay. Why? Well, if you played Resident Evil 5, you will understand why I don't trust BSAA. You got to play these Resident Evil games to connect the dots to understand.
Rose is fine.
How do you know that she's fine? And why do you think the BSAA would tell you? And why do you think Chris Redfield would tell you? But this is why I'm kind of like skeptical about Chris. I've always been skeptical about Chris. Because he never levels with you. He never really tells you. Like I said, he always keeps secrets. And I can't trust somebody who keeps secrets.
It's not paranoia if they're really out to get you.
Oh, look at that. Look at us. Aren't we cute? This is why, like I told you early in this video, take your time. Okay? Take your time. Don't rush through this game. Enjoy every moment of it. I don't understand people who are rushing through video games. The whole idea of video game, it's like reading a book. It's to enjoy it. When you watch a TV show, it's to enjoy it, man. Right? That's what it's all about, to enjoy it. It's the same thing with the video games. I don't rush it. I don't rush through these games. I take my time because I want to enjoy these games. And if you rush through it, you're going to miss out on... I've been watching other people's walkthroughs, and everybody's always in a hurry. I don't understand that, man. Like, I don't understand, like, some players, and they're always, like, in some sort of a hurry. They're always rushing in. They're rushing through the live stream and the videos, and it's always fast. Man, I want to show you everything. I want to explore every tiny little bit that's in this game. Wow, Mia looks pregnant. Because she is pregnant. There's the ultrasound of Mia being pregnant. If you hear the helicopter in the background, that's That's where I live. There's a helicopter passing by. I think it's a Black Hawk. It's very loud. Why there's Black Hawks flying over my house? I don't know. Oh, this is so
I
cute.
wish it could stay like this forever.
Oh, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry. I mean, this is why 7 and 8, it's my favorite Resident Evil. Look, I like 5, I like 6, I like 4, 2 and 3. It's all fine and dandy. Even this 9 Requiem, Resident Evil 9 Requiem, it's fine. But man, 7 and 8 has a soul. There's a heart in it. There's a soul. You know, it was written so well, and there's a soul in it. The 9 is directed by the guy who did Revelations. And Revelations was okay. It wasn't like my favorite. Revelations 2 was like, okay. But the 7 and 8 just has a soul, man. There's a soul. It has like a soul in it. That's why I always say to people, 7 and 8, my two favorites, you know. And nothing will change that for me. 7 and 8, you know, Resident Evil 7 and 8. I'm glad that a lot of people are buying Generation Pack on Nintendo Switch 2. Because it has Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition, Resident Evil 8 Village Gold Edition, and Resident Evil 9 Requiem included in that package deal. If I had the money, I would buy it, but unfortunately I don't. I don't know, I just like these two characters, Mia and Ethan, and it breaks your heart when you play the DLC. I mean, I was crying, dude. When I was playing a DLC, and when I saw Rosemary, I was weeping, bro. I was crying, because this game left such an impact on me. I was weeping. I was crying when I saw, when I saw her wear the same jacket that Ethan was wearing. I was weeping. I was like, ooh. I was crying, dude. Because it was such an emotional moment on that DLC, watching Rosemary go back to the village to find out about what happened to her father and her mother, and to see her wear the same jacket that her father was wearing. It's just... I cried. It was so emotional. Alright, let's close that. I think these are Mia's clothes. And you also have to play this in VR. PlayStation VR. Like I said, I'm glad that I didn't sell my original PlayStation VR. I still have it. I just need a PlayStation 4. I can buy a PlayStation 4 for like dirt cheap. For like $60 you can buy a PlayStation 4. Yeah, like dirt cheap. And I can already play this.
Something the matter?
Yeah, Mia, I'm talking to the audience, people who are watching this on YouTube. I was telling him that I have original PlayStation VR. I just need a PlayStation 4 and I can buy it for dirt cheap, you know. But yeah, you need to listen. If you want my advice, play original. I mean, what I mean by original, Resident Evil 7. Do yourself a favor. If you want my advice, play Resident Evil 7 in VR and Resident Evil 8 in VR. The best way to experience both 7 and 8, it's in VR. Let me tell you, man, it's a whole different ball game. Okay?
Hey! Keep it down.
Just making sure it's locked.
Oh, that's great. Rosemary. Took forever to pick these wipes. Let's turn up the TV. Jazz album. Jazz albums you were never able to get when you were young. Oh, I'm gonna cry. I love these two characters, Mia and Ethan, and wow, dude, it's just
3 years ago, I couldn't even imagine something like this would happen.
I know, hard to believe, but here we are. But I cried even more at the end of The Village. Oh my God, I was weeping. Like, I mean, even here when Chris comes in and kills Mia, I'm already like, my heart is like it's heavy. You know, this really shows you how well this game is done. Like the way they casted these actors and actresses, they really have done a great job on 7 and 8. And that's why I keep telling all of you, to me, 7 and 8, like 7 is my favorite, but both 7 and 8 are like the best two Resident Evils. You know, for me. So I don't understand all these super great reviews for Requiem, and look, I haven't played Requiem, but something tells me it's way too overrated, if I can be honest. Again, I haven't played it. I don't want to, prejudge the game, but something tells me that the game is way too overrated. To me, it's not all about the gameplay. It's not all about the graphics. To me, it's about, man, story. The game has to have a soul. Like, if you have no soul in this game, I don't care about the graphics. I don't care if it's photorealistic. I don't care how amazing the gameplay is. I care about the story, man. Same thing with the movies, man. There has to be a soul. If the movie, TV show doesn't have a soul, if the game doesn't have a soul, I don't care. Looks delicious.
Sleeping like a baby. That smells good. What's that?
Oh, hands off, mister. It's churba de legume. It's a local recipe.
Wow, you've gone full native, haven't you?
Local wine, too. But if you're gonna keep sulking all evening, maybe you shouldn't have any. You really have to stop worrying.
It's just finding you in Louisiana, the pregnancy, Chris moving us here, military training, it all happened so fast, you know?
Well, at least we're all together. You, me, Rose. Now, everything's gonna
Seriously, think we can just forget about what happened in Louisiana?
It happened so long ago. I don't understand why you are so...
Mia, get down! Mia! Mia, oh God! Chris? What the hell?
Sorry, Ethan.
No! What? Why?
Go move!
All clear. Rose? What the hell are you doing with my daughter?
Package secure, sir. Take him away.
I said get your hands off her!
Ethan, no.
Rose.
Get him out.
Hey, Doc.
Hello, Mr. Winters. I've got your daughter's results back, and I'd like you to come in to talk about them. How about next Thursday, 4 o'clock?
No problem. We'll be there. That was the doc. She'll see us next week. Hey, now. Think positively, all right? We talked about this.
I know. We hardly talk about anything else. I keep telling you, it's not Rose that I'm worried about.
Well, then what are you worried about? Look, she's gonna be fine. I just know it. What else matters?
We matter, Ethan! You matter! You just...
Mia, what are you talking about? Is there something you're not telling me? Come on, talk to me. Damn it. I have to take this. Jesus.
About damn time. What's your status? Is the package safe?
What are you talking about? Where's Chris Redfield? And Rose?
Who is this? This is a secure channel. You are not authorized.
Fuck. What the hell happened here?
Mission objective: eliminate target, recover body, secure Rosemary Winters and Ethan Winters. Move the two Winters to Site C for further investigation. At least 2 transport officers to accompany them. So why? As I have explained, the reason why is Chris Redfield never leveled with Ethan. He never told him that Mia still had this mold that was inside of her, and that mother, what's her name? Mother Miranda will get to her, will creep up inside her mind, will activate the mold, and then she's going to turn into what she always turned into. And Chris didn't want that to happen, to keep Rosemary safe. But see, this again goes back to Chris Redfield not leveling up with Ethan, not telling Ethan everything, what's really going on. Because Chris has always kept secrets, you know. That's the one thing about the Chris Redfield. You can't trust the man because he always keeps the secrets. Well, if he had told him, then maybe he didn't want to, like, maybe he wanted him to enjoy whatever he could enjoy 3 years and raise the Rosemary a little bit for 3 years. But at the same time, he should have told him about the fact that Mother Miranda, it's in possession of this mold, and that this group called the Connections can always get to Mia, and they can reactivate that mold anytime they want. And once they reactivate that mold, you've seen what Evelyn has done to Mia. She controls Mia in every which way she can. And the Chris didn't want Mia to harm Rosemary or to harm Ethan, but especially Rosemary. But Rosemary is very important as well. And of course, I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but at the end of the village, you will find out why Rosemary, it's so important. Because Rosemary has special gift that can, you know, that can fight against this mold and possibly destroy this mold once and for all. But we'll have to wait till Resident Evil 10 to find out more about that and see where it goes. The DLC showed us a little bit, but we'll once Rosemary turns into a full-grown adult, you know, like a full-grown adult, mature, I think we'll certainly know more about, like, where it goes from there, and you know, maybe we'll learn more about this group called the Connections. Is it called the Connections? Yeah. And we'll learn more about the Connections. That's what I'm hoping. Okay, so well, there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed making it. What's with these Black Hawk helicopters? Listen. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but anyway. Alright, well, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching.